There was a woman that I met back in, well, a couple years ago, but she went to school in the 50s, and she was fully blind. She lived in an orphanage, and they told her that she was not allowed to have a cane. And they did it out of love, right, because they wanted her to be able to be adopted. But they would not tell the school she went to that she was blind, because otherwise they could have legally said she's not allowed to go there. And to this day, when I met her in 2013, she still remembered how many steps it took to leave her front door of her orphanage, cross 2 streets, take a right, and get to her school. Completely by memory, before there were canes, before there were any laws. And back then, if somebody had mentioned that that was a problem, there was nothing they could have legally done.
That's one of the things about RMC that I've both liked and found difficult. It's a very old campus, so obviously many of the buildings weren't originally made to be accessible, but the people here have been more than accommodating in most of the cases. I know that when I need to get into do laundry at Star, they put in a ramp there for me. They've also put in extra ramps, for example, in front of, I like the new ramp in front of Copley. That's really nice.
Yeah. Just being someone who's dyslexic and being in the LD community, I've seen a lot of change over the years about acceptance towards disabilities. Even in school, like elementary school, people would make fun of me and be like, can you read D's and B's, and like write them out and ask me which is which. So that stigma is definitely something that I faced as a child and something that's still around. I still have friends who do that today, and I'm 21. So I definitely think there's still the stigma, and people don't really understand about certain disabilities. For instance, people always ask me if I read upside down because I'm dyslexic, which, I mean, that'd be pretty cool, but I don't. And people ask me if I read books backwards. So there's just kind of a fundamental misunderstanding about different learning disabilities and what is actually happening in your brain.
College in 2016, I have legal protections, I have financial assistance, I have technology that is the best and the brightest. This is the best time to be blind and alive, just because of the sheer amount of access that we have. The training for guide dogs is insane. The reinforcement for orientation is wonderful, and public awareness is pretty much at the height that it's ever been. People know what blindness is, they know that there's something there that they probably should help with, and when people act inappropriately, it's socially acceptable for people to call them out. That's not okay anymore. So on one level, I feel like we're doing much better than we used to, and that's reassuring, and that's helpful, and that's special. And by no means do I want to decrease the importance of the people that have come before and the work that they've done, but we still have a really far way to go.